A new report is shedding light on the experiences of BIPOC female newcomers in this country. And here to discuss is Priyanka Bora, Account Director of Research Insights at Publicis Canada. Thank you so much for joining today.
Thank you for having me over today.
This is a really insightful report here, looking at about 500 BIPOC newcomers, focusing on women. Let's begin with why this was done to begin with. What were the hopes in the findings?
So as you know, Canada has a growing diverse population. And in just 2023 itself, we saw 230,000 newcomer women coming into this country. And we in Publicis, we are trying to spread awareness around the struggles and aspirations of these newcomer women. And previously, we have done studies around new immigrants from all genders. It was called I Am Canada, where we covered certain struggles and aspirations. And through that study, we kind of came across certain struggles and aspirations which was skewing more towards women. And that's why we thought it was interesting to kind of deep dive into this sector. And that's when we came up with Roots and Wings study.
We were chatting because your life parallels this study very much so. You came during the pandemic, and so you really can see yourself in some of these answers from the respondents when it comes to these findings here. What surprises you? What doesn't surprise you?
Yes, a lot of these findings were quite relatable. Of course, coming during pandemic, it was quite challenging. Of course, when you don't have much human interaction and you are in a new country, you're trying to figure out what social norms is appropriate and what kind of communication style is appropriate. So in that case, some of these findings, when we were conducting the study, it was interesting to see that these struggles existed across all cultures and all women of color. And also when it came to job search, and that was also quite significant struggle for most of these women that we have come across. So it was around close to 39% of women who find difficulty in finding job when they move to Canada.
What were the biggest issues in finding jobs, or what were the respondents saying? Was it lack of understanding or connection? Where were the issues?
So when it comes to job search, one of the primary findings that we saw in our research was that most of these women, they of course come from different markets, and most times their international job expertise is not recognized, and that is one of the key reasons they feel that it is challenging to apply for jobs. So maybe companies can take the first step towards recognizing international job expertise wherever it is possible, and maybe can create more inclusive work environment where these women feel more comfortable in sharing their struggles and aspirations as they come into the new country. So like, just to give an example, for us in Publicis Media, when I first came here, Publicis Media gave me a job, like, by considering my work expertise from a different market. So we are also taking initiatives in doing studies like Roots and Wings, I Am Canada, which we did previously, where we are trying to shed light into struggles and aspirations of all of these newcomers that are shaping Canada's future in the years to come. So maybe that's how companies can also start taking steps towards these newcomers.
Yeah, you noted in the study here, well, first I want to talk a little bit about loneliness, because it is overwhelming that a lot of the respondents said this is a major feeling here. But with that, it is very much tied into feeling like you are part of the cultural fabric, right? You can get a job, that you can have an understanding, you can build your network. Coming with building that network is understanding the network. One of the findings was, brands, companies maybe aren't necessarily appealing to some of the BIPOC newcomers and understanding this market. What have you seen here? So
yes, loneliness is a big factor with a lot of women going through, especially when they move into a new country. But a lot of factors go into that, because when you're moving as an adult, it takes time to make friendship. And also, if you're moving at a time when there is COVID pandemic happening, they have also gone through that isolation period due to lockdown, where human interaction was limiting. And another role that comes into this is that when you're in a new country, understanding those social norms and communication style takes time. And since Canada is so diverse, so it's harder for them to kind of understand. So 1 in 4 women struggle to kind of form deeper friendship. So companies who are interested probably help them, guide them through these journey by giving them pro tips, because in our survey, almost close to 1 in 4 mentioned that they are looking for brands or companies to help them guide with more informative advertisements.
Yeah, and we are just scratching the surface here. I know there's a lot more. If anyone wants to learn more about this study, where can they go?
They can definitely reach us at LinkedIn at Publicis Group Canada.
Okay, Priyanka, appreciate you taking the time with us on a really insightful report. Thank you so much.
Thank you.